Good morning, everybody. We are back again. My name is the Sobri Boys Walefatsi. We are doing the show called TBR Solution Sports Program. And then you know that the first part of the show, we discuss a topic that is worrying. But the topic that I want us to discuss is pertaining to this. Does this mean that Mhango and Itumeleng Kune, their numbers are, their days are numbered at both Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates? Sorry about that. We know that Itumeleng Kune displayed a very good performance during the Compact Cup, and then we thought he will compete to be in the starting lineup, but unfortunately, we still don't see him there. We saw what Mhango did during the CAF Cup, and then when Mandla Ngigazi was asked, his answer was, they have a lot of strikers. It's not only Mhango, of which that is true. If you look at Hoto is doing well, and sometimes he doubles as a winger. And there's quite a lot at Orlando Pirates. But now, my next question is, are the players selected based on their performance or their form? Do we look at the recent forms or what? But at the same time, you'll never know. The coach is coaching the players. As they coach the players, they see better. They know better, or probably we might not know what is happening. I don't know, or is Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs having enough material, you know? Those are some of the issues that you may ask. So what's your take? Do you think that these two players, their days are numbered or what? Or sometimes probably we need to say, maybe let's give a coach a chance because a coach knows better. So give him a chance, let him decide who is he going to play, who is he not gonna play. Yes, of course, sometimes coaches, when we ask this question, they feel that we are a little bit unfair or sometimes putting them under unnecessary pressure. Coaching is a very job that has a lot of pressure on its own. You know, sometimes I argue with people and say, I wish people, if when they were working, they would be judged just like coaches, because you know that coaches are judged every 3 days. Sometimes not every 3 days because they play over the weekend. Come Monday, people in the press like us are asking those difficult questions, putting them under the spotlight. And then there's a whole lot of newspapers, newspaper headlines. You know, they are constantly under pressure. Come after a day or two, then they're back in the game and they play again. Sometimes they go and play outside, you know, like what we see with Amazulu and Mamelodi Sundowns and TS Galaxy, who are playing in the CAF Cup. And then traveling take its toll, they come back, it's late, and they still have to adjust. So the pressure is huge, it's so huge, not only to the coaches and the players. Now, Tso Vilakazi says, Mandla Ngigazi and Fadlu Davids, they need to be excused. They need to leave because they don't want to play Mhango. He's asking question why Mhango is not being played. Now, I don't know whether it can go to that level whereby we say a coach should be sacked for believing that I want to play this player as compared to that player. So I don't know what's your take. And then Normally, we argue and say coaches need to be given some time. Remember last week when I was doing a show with Prakit, what can we learn from the win of Senegal? One of the lessons that he drew was, they kept their coach for 8 years. They were patient with the coach, and then now the coach is producing results. So maybe that's what we need. We need to give Mandla Ngigazi and Fadlu David a chance, to say, guys, you need to be given an opportunity to try your best and see. But the question still remains, what's wrong with Mhango? Why is he not playing? Yeah, we see that the goals are not there. Pirates, yes, of course, they scored not much goals. And then the guys on form, that is another question. Itumeleng Kune, why is he not playing at Kaizer Chiefs? Of course, Stuart Baxter is really under pressure. I heard that Bobby Mdong said Stuart Baxter is going nowhere. So probably that's what the coaches need. They need assurance that they're being supported by leadership. Once they know that, they settle a little bit. And you can see when we interview these coaches, you can see the stress. It's visible. You can see that the guys are really under pressure. Maybe sometimes we need to be tolerant. But those are some of the things going around. You can't stop people talking. You can't stop people criticizing. What do we do in this situation whereby you try your best, people are not happy. You do this, people are not happy. Just like Stuart Baxter at some point once said, you play Ngobo and then people complain. You don't play Ngobo, people complain. What must he do now at the end of the day? And he once said, people were calling for this, and then I introduced him. He played. Then at the same time, they were complaining. So what's your take? Do you really, we are becoming a little bit unfair to these coaches and these teams by putting too much pressure on them? Do we need to give them a break? Or, yes, of course, I don't know. The performance of Mhango at KEF, the Afcon, was it, he was sending a statement that, guys, you need to consider me. So we don't know. So what was that? And then Kune also, what was the statement? The statement was saying, guys, you need to consider me. So what's your take? Do we have to give the coaches some breathing space so that they can implement what they have in mind? Because sometimes coaches understand better. They want to implement one or two things. They know better as compared to us as pundits. We watch football. Some of us never played football, but we do understand what's happening. But of course, maybe we need to give them a break and give them pressure. Yeah, but Tso played football at the highest level, and then he understands better. So he cannot just raise that issue out of the blue. Maybe he knows something that we don't know. And then what's your take? Do you really think that the days are numbered for Itumeleng Kune and Mhango at both Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs? So let me hear what you are saying. Do you think the criticism level at the coaches, is it fair enough or not fair? So let me hear what are you saying. But of course, the team wants to win. And then later during the show, I'll show you the log and see whether really are they doing bad or good. Now, let me hear your comment. And then I hope to hear your comment and then tell me what you think. Do you really think that we are putting too much pressure on these coaches unnecessarily, or the coaches really need to listen to our views as journalists, not only former footballers, the fans in general? So let me hear what you say. Thank you.